Hey guys, Thomas the Silly Jr. here, aka Mustached Tom, and I'm here to just talk about Digimon Cyber Sleuth, as well as all the other games that are coming out that are connected to Digimon. I haven't seen what all the other titles were, and I'll leave a link. I'm just gonna say I'm gonna leave a link in the description for Foxy Gamer. He did talk about the other games, but I didn't see those videos quite yet. Um, but I'm just here to talk about my experiences with Digimon and where I think Digimon Cyber Sleuth, as well as the other games, are going to take Digimon, as well as Digimon Try. Just talk about Digimon in general. So it's kind of funny. Oh, no, not funny, but my story with Digimon has been a long one. I watched Digimon religiously when I was a kid, as much as well as Pokemon first, and then I went right into Digimon right after. But anyways, when the first game came out, it was pretty much Tamagotchi turned into a video game where you were just battling, and the only thing added was the battling system. And I think it had a nice story. It was a basic story, but it was there. And it was taking care of your Digimon just like how it was in Tamagotchi, and then the battling system. It was a bit to get used to in the battling system for some players. For me, it was no problem. Just getting used to that. So my first experience with the Digimon game has was it was a good game. It was a good game. I want to emphasize. You're probably gonna hear the word "good" a lot in this talk about Digimon. As far as the original games are concerned, so you know, I'm not gonna score Digimon at this point in time. At least the originals, the original three, anyways. I just say that they're good games. And there was Digimon World 2, which I think came out like a year probably later or something around those lines. But anyways, it was like this beetle thing, and then you picked up the three Digimon, and then you battled the other Digimon. And that game had a lot of Digimon to collect at the time. And again, just an interesting story. It was again, and it was a bit to get used to because there was a whole new system with the driving vehicle thing, and you had to buy items to get rid of certain obstacles as you went along. Um, and you had these three different teams, but they all shared the same story, so there wasn't anything significant there as far as having three different sides or factions or whatever you want to call them. Um, So again, a good game. And then you get to Digimon World 3, which I don't know which one I would consider better, 2 or 3. They're both very, I think they're very close to each other as far as how good they are. 3 was again different. You had the three Digimon following you, and it sort of had this like you run around and you randomly encounter battles and you get into them, and you fight one on one, as opposed to possibly 3 on 3, and then it would just turn into this story that just it was like this big conspiracy, and the people behind it were like the woman who made the game or something like that. It was a pretty interesting story. So it captivated players in that sense. As far as I am concerned, it captured me in that sense. And then Digimon World 4 happened, and it skipped a generation, so it was like I think those three games were on the PS2, I want to say, and then Digimon World 4 was the first game on the PS3, and then and then this game sort of fell flat for me, and I think a lot of other people as well. You know, we had these four starter Digimon. They all played the same. And the funny thing is, I mean, again, I say funny, but I don't mean that. But the thing about that is that I thought that game had so much potential. I liked seeing the Digimon having weapons. The Digimon were like the main characters, and there weren't any humans. There was like so much there to, uh, and I do know this is, yeah, I do know that this was based off of a movie, so I guess that sort of constricted it in some sense. But I thought there was so much potential here, and it just falls flat as far as combat goes. The feel of the game, which is very important when creating a video game, I would suspect, is making a game feel good. The story is there. It does sort of jump around from place to place, but again, just overall, it does fall flat. All the characters play the same, so it does wear thin. I said it. I might have said it before. I'm not completely sure, but I said it's multiplayer for multiplayer's sake. That's what the game is, as far as I'm concerned. The characters don't play any different, so there's no difference between, say, Vmon or Agumon or Gyumon or Duramon. Those are the four starting characters, and there was no distinction. Well, there wasn't too much of a distinction. Some of them had slightly different spells, but again, it just didn't work out as well. And then there's like the side games like Digimon World Dusk and Dawn. I played, I think it was Dusk version. I played a little bit of that, or enough of it to sort of get the vibe of that game, and it was a good game. From what I can remember playing of it. I didn't finish it, of course, but from what I did play of it, I did enjoy it. It did bring back the story and some of the other stuff. Uh, Battling like one. I think it was a one-on-one system, um, and then you know there was like this huge break between that and then the next Digimon game I've officially played, which was Digimon Battle Online. And there was so much hype for me when I saw that this was going to be an MMO. And I went on there and, we, no, everyone was so excited to see this as far as Digimon fans were concerned. And just as the game went on, even I think even in the first year as this game went on, people went from being excited to slowly starting to see what this game really was, which was just, the microtransactions all over for getting a new model Digimon and this poorly executed battle system that just didn't work out. And then they added PvP at some point, and that just completely destroyed the game, where these higher leveled characters could challenge pretty much anyone they wanted to and just completely wipe them out if they accidentally agreed to fight. And as the game progressed for two more additional years, you could tell that Digimon Battle Online was going to fall apart, and it did. It was completely sidelined and then destroyed before everyone's eyes. But then, like, right before we got the official sailing of the ship, we were announced Digimon Masters Online. The game you've seen, if you see my channel, I did a let's play of it. A while back, and that's, I had the poor quality in the first 7 parts, and I was trying to make my way and get better equipment and stuff. I finally did, and I kept going, and then it fell apart, which is no surprise. And the reason I hate Digimon Masters more than Digimon Battle is I thought that they were gonna learn from their mistakes, and I fell for the trap. It was just another game with microtransactions all over the place, a story that's non existent. Digimon, this is getting closer to the 2015 era, so you would expect there to be more characters, actual characters, and there's so minimal of that. The game combat is so boring and just it doesn't even always work. Again, it doesn't even feel good. And I try to do a full let's play of it as far as I can get, anyways, and then it completely shut down on me, so I couldn't continue that let's play. Unfortunately, I did want to keep making jokes and stuff like that about the game and stuff like that, but it fell. So after Digimon Masters is now sort of, I don't even know what condition to even call it in, because some people can still play it, I think. I mean, I'm fairly certain that the KDMO version probably still works. I don't know about Digimon, the global version. I don't know where it's at. I don't know if it'll ever be back for me, if I'll ever be able to get it back working. To be able to continue my let's play, because I do kind of want to bring it back. But anyways, after that sort of fell apart, at some point we were announced that Digimon Cyber Sleuth would be westernized in 2016. But there were some other, like I said, there were some other games that are announced either for this year or probably closer to next year. But this game was announced for the PS Vita, but more importantly for me, for the PS4, so I'd be able to actually purchase it and play it. And I did watch one video, and I kind of got a little bit of a vibe for what it is. I was explained a little bit of what it is, and I'm still trying to grasp some other aspects without watching too much other stuff. I'm not trying to see a full let's play of it. I'm not trying to spoil myself of it. I do want to play it myself and give it an official review. I mean, from what I've seen so far, it looks like another safe game, and I do want to put quotes around that, because at this point, Digimon has had a long history of just having either good games or bad games. There's never been a game, at least off the top of my head, not even like the side games, which there's been a lot of, but there's never been a game, as far as Digimon is concerned, that's really gone above and beyond my expectations of what Digimon is. And to be perfectly honest, I don't think Digimon Cyber Sleuth is going to hit that mark of being a spectacular game. A safe game. That's the word I used, and I do stand by that. I think Digimon Cyber Sleuth is a very safe game, from what I've seen. And I could be proven wrong. I don't know, but I'm kind of leaning towards that side of it's a very safe game. So I'm not going to be expecting too much. Just some other from the other games I've seen. There's so much competition, so games with so much more story and more, and really good gameplay and really good characters. And I don't know if Digimon can reach that level, on their own at this point. I did the whole trying to make a petition thing. I try to reach myself out to them, with no luck. I have a friend that I'm trying to make a fan-made game with. I'm doing the fan-made game Let's Play of Digimon World Ace. I forgot the full title, but I'll just call it that for now. But and those fan-made. So I'm trying to also make a fan-made game, but it's just it's sort of a letdown in a way that I see so much more potential for Digimon, like beyond what I'm seeing so far with these games. And it's sort of sad that the fondest memories I'm personally probably gonna ever have is from the classic show. where the Digimon had their own personalities. They were characters. There was tension building up for, it got bigger and bigger. Um, and you can see that from my reactions. I'm currently on the Edamon thing, so things just get worse and worse, and just stuff like that. I think that's the thing that surprisingly is missing from Digimon the games. All of them is that sort of connection from the Digimon aspect of Digimon, and that's sort of the strange thing to say about this is that I think from what I'm seeing from Digimon Cyber Sleuth is that there will be like these little character boxes and they'll talk, but they'll probably be designated to a specific set of lines or something. They won't. I don't know if they'll be their own characters yet. I don't know, but I'm kind of leaning towards no. Unfortunate, and again, that is so unfortunate that the Digimon that we are seeing still don't have their own characters, and you know, as far as this date, in the 2015 era, having character is something that is big for me, and I'm sure for a fair amount of other players, being able to connect to the person you're playing as is very important now in the video game world, as far and being connected to how much the gameplay is exciting. I'm sure this game will hit that mark. Being an exciting game as far as gameplay, I think, from what I was seeing. So again, it is sort of sad to see that it's gonna continue to play it safe. And it's fine. I would like it to be more than fine, but it is what it is. So I am looking forward to Digimon Cyber Sleuth somewhat. I don't think I would want to personally pay a full amount for this game, which would probably be like the $60 that you're usually used to, as far as America is concerned. And I don't know if I would be willing to put up that much for a game that's just safe. I don't know. I'd probably only pay $20 max for this game. And if I saw anything higher, I'd be like, I don't know. It's the gameplay is there, but that's probably about the the only thing that is there, probably. Um, and it'll probably be a basic story, good versus evil, uh, and have no other character depth further from what I've seen. So with that being said, it is sort of sad to sort of continue to see this sort of safe method from Bandai. I don't think they're giving Digimon the attention it deserves. I mean, I really do think that them having this many games coming out is exciting, but I don't know how many of them I'll be able to play. This one for sure is a guarantee, at least. I don't know about the other games still. So, again, it's sort of like getting one full game, and I don't know about the rest. So, it would have been more interesting to see a Digimon World 5 and have it be a great game or a fantastic game. And that's the game I want to see. I would want to be a part of it. I have wanted to be a part of it. I've voiced my concern wanting to help. I've done the imitations of Digimon before and my reactions to the original Digimon show. Sometimes they've been more terrible when I was sick, but they were there, so I would want to lend my voice, uh, doing Agumon, Gabumon if they didn't get the original voice actors or voice actors that could also imitate the original voice acting of those characters, and like Guillemon or any characters like that. So I think with that being said, it's a very safe game. And like I said, I'm sorry for being a bit repetitive, but it is what it is, and I don't think it can be anything more. Um, and maybe we'll someday get a Digimon World 5 game, an official one, someday in the future. I don't know. And maybe it'll be more than just a safe game. So my hopes are still, it's a bit shaky, but it's still there. Uh, Hopefully these games that are coming out will pave the way for a better Digimon game in the future. Maybe something in development starting in 2016, because I don't think since this game is coming out in 2016, probably early 2016. I'm not sure about the exact date, but you know, maybe there might be some room for a better game later 2016. With Digimon Try again, just something that could potentially build on having the characters be characters again. The potential is just there, and I hope that they really do take the time to develop that aspect of it, because it is a movie or a set of movies, or people wanted it to be a series, but whatever. But just to be able to get it to that point would be good, or better than good. So with that being said, I think that about covers my thoughts and feelings for Digimon Cyber Sleuth. And I wouldn't want to give it a pre-score, but it looks like if I were to give a safe score, I would want to say 6 or 7 out of 10. Probably closer to a 6 out of 10. Maybe even a 5 out of 10. Just the halfway point of a video game. So uh, that is sort of I would have loved to have give a higher pre-score of what I think the outcome is gonna be, but I am leaning towards a mid to slightly higher than mid score right now. And like I said, one day maybe the Digimon World 5 will be that 8 out of 10, that 9 out of 10, that 10 out of 10 game that Digimon has not given us so far, and has definitely not given me so far. As I said, giving the scores for the first 3 games, they probably all fall under the closer to 6 out of 10 category. Just like this game, very safe games for their time. So with that being said, I think that about covers everything as far as Digimon and all the news is concerned. So this has been Thomas Cecilia Jr., aka Mustache Tom, and I'll see you guys next time.